Welcome to your Daily Dose. My name is Robert. It's my old pal Susan. Hey, it feels like we haven't done one of these in a long time, pal. So first and
That would be
foremost,
true.
welcome back.
Thank you. No kidding. I'm delighted. I'm
We
delighted.
started this thing some 550 episodes ago, and I'm happy. I'm happy we did, and I encourage everybody looking, watching. Just look back. There's a lot here that someday we'll put all together in some form. But
I actually ran across the very first episode that we did recently, and it really set the story way back then. That as it's evolved is really fun to see it.
there is a different life, and that's fun. That's how things go. Well, right now, what I want to talk about is this convention I just went to over the weekend, the King Con, the Stephen King convention, first ever in Las Vegas. I was lucky enough to be invited because of my short film, Lucky Quarter. And this is in the Dollar Baby program, a program Stephen King had until December of last year. He's ended the program. And he gave the rights to filmmakers to make a short film, non-commercial, out of one of his short stories with his rights for the legal price of $1, and that you will send him a copy of the work so he can see what you've done with it. That's it. Incredibly generous, amazing program. I did mine back in 2003, quite a while ago. And that's why I got to go, was because of that. As it turned out, there was a lot more to it. And, I guess I'll just kind of open with, I was there as a Dollar Baby film representative, but along with that, not only did they give us the right to screen, and I forget, there was 26 films, I think, from around the world. They were screening all day, both days of the festival, but it also gave us a table inside of the vendor room. And this vendor room was the spot to be
I
because,
bet it was.
well,
Yeah.
here's what this was about. And I didn't realize the convention. I don't even think the people who put it on, because they fully, freely admitted this was a wild hair idea a year ago. They got it going, and oh my God, they did it. And King did know about it, by the way. In fact, the guy who put it on sat right by Steve before the screening of a film at the Toronto Film Festival, and didn't even realize that King was there until King was sitting right behind him. He took a picture. It's like, ah! Steve gave him the creepy one of these with, classic King. So, but the thing is, book collectors are, they're players in the art world, right? And they had rare editions of King, and the
Oh,
artists who drew the artwork, like
wow.
doing things in the moment. And I mean, these were incredible. Like from Shawshank, they had the guy who did the Bible with the actual rock hammer in it. And I mean, they had all kinds of first editions, and these things that can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, especially when
Okay.
you have collections of them. That was the room to be in,
Yeah.
and the artists who created these things, the covers for them, the actual artwork itself, sometimes the practical makeup people who did things. There was all of those folk in this room, and what a thrill it was to
Wow.
be.
Combination of museum and f- film history, crazy. And did you see some of the films screened?
Yes. So, all the films were in blocks of usually like three or four.
Yeah.
And so I did, when I wasn't at the table sharing what we were doing and sharing the program, which is a big part of that, because my thing was to pull the Shawshank Redemption fans in, of which there were a lot, because Stephen King is so broad based. I mean, he's got crime, he's got horror, he's got these hope stories. He's just got so many different kinds of fans. But Shawshank, I think, is a pretty universal winner. And so I was able to put forward a couple of Shawshank things, and people really liked them. Let me grab one of them. I think people know because I showed it the other day. When I went to Mansfield for the 30th anniversary, I got this incredible thing, which is a race medal from running, and it's in the form of a Holy Bible. But inside of it, it's got this and the second page, which is actually the opening page, I should say. This big, heavy magnetic thing. It has the inscription to the warden: "You are right, salvation lies within," and all this stuff. So people love this, and what we will do, and I'll put this out here just like I did to people at the King Con, is when we do the next Shawshank Heroes Journey, I will put one of these up for auction, because a lot of people, I have two. I will put one up so people can, if they want to get it, and
Wow.
the proceeds will go to Yes and Exercise.
Yeah.
So to all my King fans out there, just know if you keep your eyes on the website, we'll be announcing that. I think we'll probably be running the next Shawshank Hero's Journey in January. So keep an eye for this because you would get this number one, and by the way, this thing weighs about 8 pounds. It's incredibly heavy.
Oh, really? Wow.
It
It's
really
big.
does. The idea of putting it around your neck is pretty crazy. But your what you pay for this will go toward a tuition for a student who perhaps couldn't for in the Parkinson's community, and that's what our
Yeah.
nonprofit does. It serves the Parkinson's community,
Yeah. Yeah.
storytelling and improv classes. So
Well,
that's
and the Stephen King audience has to be bigger than, I mean, I didn't realize how many different types of books and movies
yeah,
he was behind. Uh,
yep. And we'll dive into some of that variety when we come back for our next episode of the Daily Dose.
okay.